Subscribe to Smartphone Tutorials and hit the notification bell icon to get instant notifications.
Hey guys, welcome to another video, and it's been a very long time that I'm using the Xiaomi Pocophone F1, and recently, say about 3 or 4 days back, there was a big update, a major update for this particular smartphone in the stable channel, that is 10.3.4. Now I'm pretty sure most of you have already got it, and if you've already not got it, I'll include a link in the description. You can just download it, copy it to your phone's internal storage, and I'll show you a small step which will help you to upgrade it even if you are on a locked bootloader. Now this particular update has a lot of features which were there in beta and have now been moved on to the stable channel. Things like 4K at 60 FPS. Yes, I did shoot it and try it out as well. At the same time, you have new camera AI mode. So that is what we are going to talk about in this particular video. Basically, this is a small review because I've been using it since the last 3 or 4 days. So let's go ahead and have a look what are the new features and how amazing it is. And before we do that, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. At the same time, here's a card to my second channel, that is Kratos 390. Go ahead and show some love over there as well. Now before we begin the video, let me remind you that we are still going on with the 10,000 subscriber contest in which we are giving away a Zenfone Max M2, and one lucky winner will get it. So the link is mentioned in the description for that contest. Go ahead and participate, and remember, you can have duplicate entries every single day. You can have multiple entries every new day. So without further ado, hello awesome people, welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. My name is Kailash. Let's begin. Alright guys, so after a short gap, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. And what you see on the screen right now is of course my Xiaomi Pocophone F1, which is running the latest stable Android 9 Pie ROM, which is MIUI Global 10.3.4, as you can see on the screen. And there are a lot of things that we actually need to talk about in this particular video, so let's go ahead and start. So first things first, if you go to system update, and what you need to do is, if you are not already on this update and you need to manually update it, well, just copy the file mentioned in the description and then copy it to your phone's internal memory after downloading it. And you need to keep tapping this at least 8 to 10 times. When you tap this, what really happens is the option to choose update package gets enabled, and then it will take you to your file manager. So locate the file wherever you have kept it and select it, and it will update using the updater app itself. Now apart from this, first let's begin with the change log, so that one by one later we can go ahead and have a look at all the features that are included in this brilliant update. So first things first, let's go to the 3 dots and then let's go to what's new. So starting with system, as you can see, it has new Widevine L1 support. Now this was available in one of the previous batched rollouts, and it was also available in the latest beta, but what was being said and what was happening is on Netflix 1080p HD was not working, but this is the full stable Widevine L1, so Hotstar, Netflix, Amazon Prime, all the DRM content should be playing just fine. So that's a welcome addition to a stable update. Now we have something called as Game Turbo, boost your gaming experience, and Android security patch has been updated to March. Now Game Turbo has completely changed with this particular update. It has sort of this modern UI look and a lot of other features that are included in the Game Turbo now. So we will definitely have a look at all you PUBG players out there who especially bought this phone just because it has a Snapdragon 845 and plays PUBG well. This one will be interesting for you, so stay tuned till the end of the video for that. Apart from that, there are minor and major fixes. For example, phone has some miscellaneous bug fixes, and if you look at app lock, you can now use your face to unlock applications, so that is a good thing. And when you see at lock screen, status bar and notifications shade, there were a lot of things which were buggy in the stable update and people were complaining about it. And the fact that you see this particular section so big itself says that they have fixed a lot of things. And I've been using this ROM for the last 3 or 4 days as my daily driver, and it has been working pretty well. I will inform you guys about what is happening with the full ROM reviews of custom ROMs at the end of this video, but for now, as I can see over here, you can stay on the lock screen after using face unlock. Okay, this is one feature I was looking forward to, and I really didn't think that Xiaomi will include it. And although it is a very minor thing for all of y'all, for me it's a major thing, because at times I just take out my phone to maybe look at the time or look at the notifications on the lock screen, stuff like that. But the face unlock on this is so fast because of of the IR camera that it just goes to the home screen, and at times you might not really want the phone to go to the home screen and get unlocked so quickly. So this is a very neat addition. Now you can restrict opening notification shade on the lock screen now, so that is another good thing. They have optimized face unlock efficiency. Face data was recorded too fast, that has been optimized. The height of status bar is equal to the height of the notch now, which is another good thing. Low battery warning didn't appear in landscape mode, call time block. So all these are fixes. Now home screen fix, what we have here is notification badges were displayed incorrectly on the WhatsApp icon. This is one notification issue that I was facing. So yes, they have fixed it. So that's another good thing. Under clock, timer button started flashing after being tapped. Okay, these are small things. Now coming to something more interesting, that is the camera. You can shoot 4K videos at 60 frames per second in a stable update on a Xiaomi Poco phone running Snapdragon 845. Finally, thank you Xiaomi, you did it. Now new modes for AI camera, that I have not checked yet, but yes, the previous modes were working just fine. Apart from that, they have done a few fixes. Under settings we have a few fixes, and under recents optimizations, app names were truncated, shortened, and then you have game speed booster, floating windows for incoming calls during games. This is another good thing that they have added. So I believe from the time at least I got the Xiaomi Poco Phone F1, this is one of the major updates that have made a lot of changes. Going back to the home screen, if we first have a look at the game mode, now if you go to the app drawer, you will see that the game mode itself has its own icon, so automatically all the games will be added. You can manually add them as well. The UI is sort of golden, which is not my taste, but some might like it, some might not. Then you have a button over here. So these are how this is how you can swipe through different games. You have a button to toggle to landscape mode, dedicated one. Then if you go to settings over here, you have an option to enable or disable gaming mode, and then you have memory exceptions. So basically there will be some apps which will be cleared automatically, and you can disable the memory exception for a particular app, say like WhatsApp. If you don't want it to be cleared automatically, that you can go ahead and select. And then you have use toolbox, DND, and then you have DND settings. So you can choose hands-free calls, true colors, and restrict system gestures. So those are all the things available in game mode, and I really think while gaming these will be very helpful. So let's quickly launch a game. Let's click on play for PUBG, and let's put this in landscape mode. Swipe from the upper edge of the screen to open toolbox. Okay, swipe down to open the toolbox. Got it. Okay, so this is basically the toolbox. As you can see, the gaming toolbox is what they are calling it. So I believe over here you have few of the most recently or most frequently used applications that will keep getting displayed. That is a very smart and intelligent feature, because when the game mode knows that these are the applications that you will be or you have been using quite often, it will suggest them over here so that you can quickly jump into those applications. Now let's have a look at the icons in the gaming mode. Over here we have mobile data, Wi-Fi, DND of course is to ensure that your gaming session doesn't get disturbed. You have auto brightness that you can turn on or off. Now this is something very important. Keep the game running. The game will be running when the screen is off. So if you're in PUBG or if you're in any other game in which you don't want to lose your progress, this is a very good option. And then you have two app shortcuts over here. Of course you have screen recording, you can take a screenshot. All right, so that was everything in the gaming mode. Now let's talk something more about this particular update. For example, if you have a look, they have updated the touch drivers as well. Now of course this is a very fluent phone. It runs a Snapdragon 845, but what also runs a Snapdragon 845 is a OnePlus 6 and a OnePlus 6T. Of course that has Oxygen OS, but if you look at the latency over here, now it is much improved. It is much faster compared to what it was previously, but there is still some latency and I can clearly feel it. So as much as Xiaomi are trying their best to give us the best experience, and they have succeeded to some extent, I still feel the touch feel of this particular smartphone can do better, because especially I'm not using a screen protector. I never use one. But apart from that, if you have a look, the app launch times and the smoothness of the overall phone is much better, and the settings menu will continue to look the same because there are not many changes that have happened, and more or less it is the same settings menu menu. The only thing that is missing over here, which I feel should have been already made available by now, is the dark mode, because as you can see, even my wallpaper is dark, and I sort of like dark themed phones and stuff like that. But that is there in the MIUI 10 beta for the Pocophone and a few other phones running Snapdragon 845, but I really hope that makes its way to the stable update really soon. Apart from that, as I mentioned, the app launch times are really fast, and if you go to security, you do have a dedicated gaming turbo mode, so you don't have clear memory and stuff, and all the other usual things to boost speed and all are available. All the previous features that were available in MIUI 10 are already there. So not only this phone is now feature loaded and powered by a powerful Snapdragon 845, this also gets a few very neat additions. Like camera can shoot 4K 60 FPS. We already have portrait and night mode. The gaming sessions will be much better. So all in all, this particular update has made the phone a very compelling device, especially for the price that it is offered at. And if you are someone like me who buys phones pre-owned, like used phones, then it is a very much better proposition for you as well, because you should be able to get it at like what, 14 or 15,000 Indian rupees in a good condition and still with some months of warranty left. So more or less this was everything about the update. From tomorrow, the videos that are going to come are going to be very exciting, because there's not going to be any gap now. I'm done taking leave from this channel, and yes, let's be regular and do participate in the giveaway. Let me know in the comments section, how did you like this video? And one important message for Redmi 4A subscribers: the video for Google camera is ready. That should be out in the next day or two, so please stay tuned. So this was the video, guys. Like, share and subscribe. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at Smartphone Tutorials. Keep smiling, take care, goodbye.